off a quality showing last week. Well over 300 yards in that one. It's the Texans and the Falcons under the lights on Thursday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage in the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a throw here to his running back. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The Texans at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Mills to the air again. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week, pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Mills. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 42. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the second.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught past the 20. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Coup now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
Brings up 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
He's working relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mills. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And he fires one incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Mills now. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Again, it's Mills. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, way back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A give, Singletary right side. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars are going to need to be on their A game as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida. It'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Singletary trying the left side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll toss this right side to Singletary.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Got his man. It's London. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
from the 29. Mills. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mills. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Mills. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Mills now from the 50. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that would be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Singletary to get the drive started. Room here to run. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On play action, they'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Handoff left side, Pierce. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mills. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators. In the red zone, tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
On the give, Algier headed left.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier.
His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Falcons might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Coup for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here is Mills and the Texans.
Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 47 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Mills. That's complete to Pierce. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mills, 4th down. Got to have it.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Atlanta,
It's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games.